Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Ronnie Show. Thank you so much for joining us. We have a really big announcement here coming up in just a moment. But right now, we're going to get straight into this. We have some USHL games to talk about, some college football, some NFL football. We have some hockey and basketball, too. That's all coming up right here. So here we go. We're going to take a look at USHL scores. Now, by the way, the Muskies, this is you can consider this as their bye week of some sorts. Because they played Sunday. They don't play again until this Wednesday. So, yeah, like I said, you can kind of consider this as their bye week of sorts. So, yeah, basically they're not really playing this weekend, but their spot in the standings, with Des Moines like right at their heel tip or right at their fingertips, I mean. Well, like as you can see, Des Moines and Sioux City, they got a 1 point difference there, so things are close. Close, very close in there. Especially in the West, too, things are pretty darn close. All right, let's go back to the games that are on schedule we'll get to those games, tonight's games here in a minute, but we'll take a look at last night's games. Team USA beating Cedar Rapids 4-3. As you can see, Team USA, they were down 2-0, or excuse me, 3-2, and they came straight on back and won it. Ryan Walsh, even though it was a bad night for Cedar Rapids, he did score 2 of the 3 goals for him. Green Bay beat Madison by a score of 5-3. In a shootout, Tri-City beats Des Moines 4-3. And then Waterloo beating Lincoln 6-2. All 6 goals scored by 6 different people. So pretty even slate there. Then last night Muskegon beat Dubuque by a score of 3-2. Muskegon, the 2 goals that came in the mainframe were from Jacob Richard, and then the shootout, and then they won. And then Chicago beating Youngstown by a score of 5-4. All right, tonight's games on schedule. We have Sioux Falls at Omaha. That'll be a good matchup. Cedar Rapids is at Team USA. Lincoln is at Waterloo. Green Bay is at Madison. Des Moines is at Tri-City. Muskegon is at Dubuque. And then Youngstown is at Chicago. College football. This is top 25 action right now. I probably should update this because this is probably not right. Okay, at halftime, Kansas State's beating West Virginia by a score of 41-25. Also at the half, Oregon State is beating Arizona State by a score of 14-7. Notre Dame's beating Boston College right now 23-0. Miami at Clemson just getting started, so is NC State at Louisville, and Georgia at Kentucky, and Ohio State at Maryland, Penn State at Rutgers, and then coming up at 3 we have Cincinnati at Temple, Georgia Tech at North Carolina, Tennessee is at South Carolina, Ole Miss is at Arkansas, Oklahoma State's at Oklahoma, USC is at UCLA, UAB is at LSU, later, and these are all games that are happening later tonight. And then Colorado is at Washington, Utah is at Oregon, or Oregon, I should say. Oregon, whatever. And then other games going on here this afternoon that just got done with. Michigan just beat Illinois 19-17. TCU beat Baylor by a score of 29-28. Alabama beat Austin Peay 34-0. Florida State beat Louisiana 49-17, and then Navy beat UCF by a score of 17-14. And then Tulane beat SMU 59-24. That's the last of those. NFL games this weekend, for week 11 at least, the Titans beating the Packers 27-17 on Thursday night. And then tomorrow afternoon's games, we have the Bears at the Falcons, and then the Browns at the Bills getting moved to Ford Field because of big snow in Buffalo. So yeah, I think what they say, 4 feet of snow or something like that. Crazy amount of snow. I'm telling you. I mean, and it's not even December yet either. So yeah. And the funny thing is, the Browns are playing the Bills in Detroit, but yet they'll be playing Detroit next week too. So that's kind of interesting there. And then also we have the Eagles at the Colts. The Jets are at the Patriots. The Rams are at the Saints. The Lions are at the Giants. The Panthers are at the Ravens. The Commanders are at the Texans. That's the noon slate of games. Then the 3 o'clock slate of games, we have the Raiders at the Broncos, the Cowboys at the Vikings, the Bengals at the Steelers, and then Sunday Night Football, the Chiefs are at the Chargers. And then in Mexico City at Estadio Azteca, the 49ers at the Cardinals. NHL scores last night. The Canucks beat the Kings 4-1. Then today's games, we have the Flames at the Panthers at 3 o'clock coming up here in just a few moments. Then the Blackhawks are at the Bruins. The Red Wings are at the Blue Jackets. The Flyers are at the Canadiens. The Sabres are at the Leafs. The Avalanche are at the Capitals. The Penguins are at the Jets. The Islanders are at the Stars. The Hurricanes are at the Wild. The Lightning are at the Predators. The Ducks are at the Blues. The Golden Knights are at the Oilers. The Kings are at the Kraken. The Rangers are at the Sharks. And then the Devils beat the Senators earlier today, 5-1. NBA games last night. In overtime, the Wizards beating the Heat 107-106. Final in double overtime, the Cavaliers beat the Hornets 132-122. And then the 76ers beat the Bucks 110-102. The Magic beat the Bulls 108-107. The Pacers beat the Rockets 99-91. The Grizzlies beat the Thunder 121-110. The Mavericks beat the Nuggets 127-99. The Celtics beat the Pelicans 117-109. The Jazz beat the Suns 134-133. The Knicks beat the the Warriors beat the Knicks 111-101. The Lakers beat the Pistons 128 to 121. I apologize. I don't know what's going on here with my computer, but it's just today's games, or tonight's games, probably I should classify it. Yep, the Raptors are at the Hawks at 5 o'clock. These are all Central Times, by the way. The Magic are at the Pacers. The Timberwolves are at the 76ers. The Jazz are at the Trailblazers. And then the Spurs are at the Clippers. Man, there's only 5 games on today in the NBA. Well, I got a big announcement for you all. Instead of doing seasons of the Ronnie Show now, since we're going almost year-round now because of these sports things. Sorry for that. Now that we're including these sports shows into the Ronnie Show format, we will not have seasons. I mean, I'm not going to go back and change every single episode of the Ronnie Show and just put the Ronnie Show episode whatever. Those will stay the same, but for now, you'll see just the Ronnie Show episode whatever, and then the date. Or I'm debating on doing the date, to be honest with you. I think I might just do the Ronnie Show episode, whatever, and then, if there's a special theme to it, I'll put the whatever the special theme is. So that's how I'll do it from here on out until I cancel the Ronnie Show, which probably won't be for a long while yet. Although this might be one of the least popular videos I do on my channel, because they don't get very high viewers, unfortunately. That's why I kind of classified it into the Ronnie Show format, because with the weekly show I would get such low viewership that it just was not good. So that's why I decided to cancel it. That's really the first show I really canceled, but on here, and then I classified it in the Ronnie Show. I mean, viewership did go up after that, but it's still not as high as most of my other videos, like all my Musketeer videos and then all my game shows and stuff. It's just not that high yet. And of course, the Ronnie show has probably been the most talked about show on my channel, because a lot of my friends at school watch it, and you know the video viewership on YouTube. I know it says what, 50 or 60 views or something like that. It's honestly probably going to be a little bit more than that, because I know people like to watch, videos, with their families and stuff. So even though it might say 50 or 60 views, it might be, 10 to 20 more viewers than that. So, yeah. So, yeah, I think that's all really I got to say about that. So, yeah, I'm going to go back and I'm going to, because I have a Word document of all the episodes of The Ronnie Show, so I'm going to go and edit it, and then, I'll post this one. Well, if I remember to. The last few times posted one of these, or I've filmed one of these, I've always forgotten to post them. Now, the see, thing is though, I was scheduled to not post any on the 24th, the 1st, the 8th, and the 15th, the 24th of September, and then the 1st, 8th, and 15th of October, because of band competitions and stuff like that. But then after that, I never really got back into doing these videos, which I don't know why, but now I'm gonna try to get back into that groove. I mean, I'll try to do every Saturday, if I can do every Saturday. There might be times where I'm out on the road or something like that, and I won't be able to have a chance to film one of these. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching us. Unfortunately, I did have to move back bloopers and practical jokes again, because my mom, I don't know why, it seems like she does this every week, but like she calls in sick, from work, and then at least she can make up those hours. And so she does. So yeah, and then, because she usually has off Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Sundays are almost a slam dunk in terms of filming videos, but I got the $1 Million Drop Live going on. And then that's usually Fridays at 7, 6 Central. It's an hour earlier if the Muskies are playing at home. So yeah, but the past couple of Fridays, I haven't been able to do that, unfortunately. And, I was going to film the camera segments of bloopers and practical jokes, kind of on those dates, but I've had to keep on pushing them back, and I won't be able to do them next Friday now, because we'll be up in we'll be out of town celebrating Thanksgiving with my with some of our other families. So yeah, the next couple of Fridays have the last couple of Fridays have absolutely screwed me in terms of trying to get this series out to you all. I mean, I've already filmed all like the video stuff. I just got to film the parts where I'm on camera, and then I could put it all together and then upload it for you, but I haven't been able to do that. And honestly, I don't like filming on Wednesday during the school year, because usually when I get home, I'm so tired and stuff. I mean, I am on Friday, but, at least, I don't have to go to bed, and I don't have to, at least Friday, I have a weekend, if I need to do homework and stuff, because I try to do homework every single day after I get home from school, and, that includes Wednesday, of course. So, yeah. Yeah, like all the studying and stuff I try to do in the afternoon. All the studying and homework stuff I try to do in the afternoon after I get home from school. So then I have the evening to just, prepare for these videos, and, if I need to, or prepare for the Muskies games that are coming up that weekend or that week or whenever. So, yeah, that's kind of how I do that. So, yeah, that's really all I gotta say. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.